It has been a week since a meteorite fell in St. Francis Bay, causing a sensation. A team of researchers from Rhodes, Nelson Mandela, and Wits University have confirmed that the bolide that fell in the Indian Ocean is indeed a meteorite and not a satellite as initially suspected. A fragment was recovered in the town of Nweba, originally known as Kerkut. The rock has been classified as a rare type of meteorite called enconite. One of the eyewitnesses, Zoe van der Merwe, says she was at the beach when she saw a bright flash streaking through the sky. After splitting into several smaller fragments, it disappeared from the view.
I'm the person who took the video of the meteorite, and so me and my friends, we were walking along the beach, very casual, and then the next moment my one friend noticed something abnormal in the sky. It was very bright looking. It kind of hurt your eyes, like it was as if I wanted to wear sunglasses, and it looked kind of blue and orange, if I can say it like that. And it was unreal. So I then took the video of it, never expected it to go viral. And it was quite scary. And minutes after that is when kind of the earthquake feeling happened. It was as if the earth was trembling and, that unsure feeling. I had such a big fright. I was like, it's the end of the world, what's going on? But it's actually such a lovely experience having to be part of it and everything and taking the video. And but in that moment, I was quite scared, to be honest.
Professor Gibson from Wits University says the rock was the size of a car and usually destroys cities, but luckily in this case, no one was harmed. Some people heard the sonic boom as far away as Platenspek, over 200 kilometers away from Gqeberha.
Okay, so what we've done is just a visual analysis right now. There's a lot of tests that have to be done because we have to follow very rigorous guidelines to get this recognized as a meteorite. You would think we can see it fell out of the ground, we've got a witness, can't we classify it? No, it must meet scientific rigor. And so what we have to do now is further tests. But as we stand, our strong feeling is that this is actually quite a rare type of meteorite. There's only about 8% of these sorts of meteorites known on Earth that have fallen to Earth. We call them achondrites, which is, they're not chondrites. And chondrites are the most common. 9 out of 10 meteorites are chondrites. So those are quite well known. So people get excited about achondrites. And this one, there's a little feeling that actually it's a special type of achondrite. So we're venturing whether it's what we call a howardite or a diogenite, which are technical terms, but they are quite rare themselves. And so when you get the rare stuff, you hope that from that you're going to find something new. No doubt we will find more information that can add to the global knowledge, but of course we want to find something new, and we're hoping. So the tests will then allow us to confirm whether it meets the classification of howardite or diogenite. And we will then submit that to the International Meteoritical Bulletin to see if they will approve of our interpretation. Well, you could see, for instance, we've had reports from people of feeling that their ears were ringing from the sound. Thankfully, nothing fell, but you could consider what would happen if a piece of rock 5 centimeters across, fallen from 38 kilometers altitude, landed on your head. We can take a moment while you imagine that if you want, but it would hurt and it could be fatal. So no reports have been heard of damage to buildings or people being injured. So that's for small rocks that fall. If the rock is bigger, it comes further down as a whole mass below 38 kilometers, below 30, maybe below 20. And the bigger ones, maybe at 50 meter size, will actually come through all the way to the Earth's surface, and they will cause a megaton explosion. Now, megatons are the levels of explosion you need which can wipe out large parts of cities. So this is always a reality, and it's why, in fact, there are concerted international efforts to try and develop a planetary space defense system involving telescopes that will find these objects in space before they come through our atmosphere, and then to compute if they're going to hit, and if they're going to hit, what sort of defense measures will we actually have to prevent them from coming through.
Dr. Dion van Niekerk from Rhodes University obtained a permit from the Eastern Cape Provincial Heritage Resources Authority to recover all the meteor fragments for scientific analysis. He says it is very important to preserve these rocks as part of our heritage in this province.
Meteorites that fall are incredibly rare, and so many meteorites have been taken away from all over the world by private collectors and sold all over the world, that it really deprives the local scientific community access to these samples, And as I've said before, this is an event that has touched the lives deeply of all the eyewitnesses that have seen and felt this event. So, it's nice to...
Dr. Carla Dodd from Nelson Mandela University emphasized that they will use these samples to conduct more research in the future.
First priority will be to conduct searches to collect any additional fragments that may have fallen. But in terms of the actual research, we will be going into the classification first so that the samples can be curated. And that is the visual description of the samples, the physical descriptions. So as Dr. Bonaparte said, some magnetic susceptibility, some density analysis, etc. And then we'll go into the chemical composition of it. And after that, we will do any other additional analyses, which may include, for example, some XRD, XRF, and so forth, just to really get to grips with the chemical composition and,
The discovery of the Ngoba meteorite represents a significant opportunity for South African scientists to study a rare and vulnerable specimen from space. Only 51 meteorites have been documented in South Africa. The last meteorite to fall was in the Lichtenberg in the northern West Province in 1973. The scientists have asked the public to contact them if they think they have found a fragment of the meteorite. Reporting for MPK TV News, I am Alungile Bokwana in North End in Gqeberha.